It's me again. Today's date is November 28th, 2022. It's a Monday. Today was the first business day really after FINRA had approved the prospectus of NextBridge hydrocarbons, and our record date is December 12th. The distribution date is on the 14th. Today, there was a lot of confusion as there was a letter, actually a couple of letters going around from one known person at TD, Jerry Lindsay. Jerry Lindsay is some sort of representative at TD. But let's look at this. This was used as a lot of FUD today. People were saying, oh, look, see, the shorts have struck a deal with the brokerages, which that's not how it works. It's not how it's going to work in this case. Let's take a look at Jerry's letter, and then we'll go over why this is disinformation.
Hello, we are glad to hear from you, and we appreciate your business. TD Ameritrade has not set a date for clients to close short stock positions in MMTLP. There is an internet misinformation campaign concerning the stock which is leading investors to believe that when a company goes private, a short stock position must close prior to that date. This is not true, and investors are welcome to hold short stocks all the way through the closed deal. If the company goes private, long and short positions will be closed at the same time at the same price. Please let me know if this does not answer your questions, or if you have others. I'm here to help. Have a great day, Jerry Lindsay, Margin Risk at TD Ameritrade.
As you can see here, Jerry Lindsay is not part of the corporate actions team. He's on the margin risk team. Corporate actions and margin risks are two different departments. Paul is greatest, cites that indeed he says that corporate actions are saying that shorts have to cover. He called them. Jerry margin risk says that if a company goes private, shorts and longs close at the same price. Okay, shorts and longs close at the same price. That's if you have to close, if you have a long position and the company like Twitter they say, we will buy back your shares at this price. That's not the case in this situation. That's not how it's working in this situation. TD will have further information once the corporate notices come out. And like I said in my last video, corporate notices come out today and tomorrow is when they're coming out. Corporate notices do not come out from Meta in this instance. Okay? Corporate notice comes from DTCC. A corporate action notice comes out, and this informs the custodial banks on what to do. DTCC. It's going to issue the corporate actions as predicated by the S1 that the SEC dictated. What does that mean? Well, if you look at the S1, and I'll pull it up here, there was that page 24 that states, if any investors have sold shares of MMTLP short, then in connection with the distribution, such as investors may feel compelled to buy shares of MMTLP to cover sales before distribution. If this were to occur, given the potential high price from buyers with the relatively low supply of shares available for sale in the OTC market, MMT price shown on the OTC market may rise significantly, but not representative of the value of the underlying share in the common stock of NextBridge, that's what they're referring to, you will receive in distribution. So that is what was dictated by the SEC and the S1, and this is what the corporate action notice will say. Who's in the right in this case? Is it the corporate actions department of TD, or is it the margin risk assessment? In this case, I would talk to the corporate actions department because they're going to have more up to date about whether, on what the corporate action notice says over the margin risk department. So again, if you'd like to talk about when shorts have to cover, please call the corporate actions department at your broker. Don't call the margin risk department. You might get a letter like Jerry. This is not like what usually happens. This is different than 99.999% of other stuff that's happened before. This is like I said in the previous video, I'm very excited about this. This is unique. Hence, there's going to be a confusion campaign until that corporate action notice comes out to drive the price down, as shown here, because you got these Jerry letters circulating around and people saying, "Oh, deals are struck with the shorts and the brokerages. You lose." That's going to scare a lot of people out of shares. A lot of people are going to get nervous and either one, not buy, or two, just sell what they have and get out because they can't take the emotional stress anymore. And hence the price will go down. Great. Now people can get your shares on the cheap. They can get your mealworms for a great deal. I love mealworms. It's great. It's the future. Here's a post from William Morgan saying the DTCC Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation should be notifying brokers this week that the MMTLP record date is December 12, 2022. Again, per the effective S1 and prospectus filing 424B4. Brokers will notify shorts to cover, be forced to cover at the available share price. It seems that copy and paste W.D. Morgan too has a good understanding of what is going on. These are one of the tricks that will happen to try and get people out of their shares. And this will go on until the corporate action notices come out. Like I said, I don't see any action coming from brokers until Thursday at the soonest. So until then, be prepared for this. And if you have any questions, reach out to your corporate actions department on your brokerage, not the margin risk assessment department. A lot of these departments don't really deal with that. They have no idea. They're just going on what usually occurs. It's a typical response. It's a typical canned response. This isn't a typical situation. Go straight to the source that the corporate notice is going to. Go to the corporate actions department. All right, guys, that was a quick video for today. I got to run to the feed store. It's been very hectic. A lot of people have been very worried about this letter. Okay, guys, I hope that sort of like clears the air a little bit. I don't know, or maybe it just causes more confusion. I guess we'll see. But I'm not selling my mealworms for cheap. Might be a bird, but I'm not selling for cheap. I will see you soon. Goodbye.